was hoping to be really clever here by putting polythene over there and then pushing it tight fit so that it would not stick to the fiberglass. But at the moment it doesn't seem to be budging. I hope it's not stuck, because that would be a big problem, that really, because that would cost me the to get that replaced again. Oh, it's turning. Oh, that's alright. That's alright. That looks like it's worked. Have a look underneath, please. Pull peel ply. I just push that in, and look at that. Great stuff. Pull that out now, he says. Yeah. Yes. And that should have a perfect fit. It goes in there. Although this system worked of pushing the through hole in, covered in plastic, really, plastic glove and some peel ply on the bottom, peel ply on the bottom, it made a very good seal. But unfortunately, I really made a mess of this. The hole is far too big. It needs to be 1 millimetre greater than the housing, and it's actually 2 millimetres, which is far too big, really. I could pack it, but, you know, it's not worth it. Certainly for through the whole stuff at the bottom of the boat, it's just not worth it. So, unfortunately, although I've faffed around with this for ages, messing about with it, I decided to scrap it all and refill the hole, redo it all, and drill a new hole the right size. So that's the plan now. So say the reason why I'm doing this is because I typically try to cut corners, really, and try to bore out this hole and make it good enough to take the transducer. Unfortunately, it was too big, you know, because I couldn't get it even when I was sanding it, and in the end I ended up with like nearly 2 millimetres, which is supposed to be less than 1 millimetre to take the transducer to have the CT1 either side of it and at the bottom. So yeah, the idea now is to fill it back up, which I should have done in the first place, to be honest with you. I did. I could have saved myself a lot of time by doing it properly, and but as usual, try to cut corners again. So the idea now is to literally fill that hole in and then glass over it, let that set, drill a new hole the right size, and then we should be good to go. Just a note on these things: if I just filled that and covered it up, which is what the plan is, then all you've got is a plug, and you don't want a plug because that is basically weak. It's got to be beveled. You've got to bevel the edge. I've done that on the other side, and bevel this side, and then pack it as solid as you can, and then cover it up, and that way you get a form of an eye shape, which is then not a plug but an actual, almost like a rivet, fiberglass rivet, which would make it very strong then, and of course it's glass to the other side anyway. So that's the important thing when filling a hole. Don't just fill a hole, because you just end up with a plug.
There we go.
This is the underneath now. That's complete. I've put 4 layers on. Covered it with peel ply as usual, and then squoze all the excess out of the resin and let that set now, and then I can plug the hole on the top, and then we'll be ready to go.
So the plan now is to mix the resin, wet out my glass, wet out the glass, the 4 strands as usual, wet out that. Then the resin I've got left over, I'll thicken with paste and fill the hole with paste with this silicone 406 silicone, and then just plonk all that on, and that's the job done, he says. Cross fingers, people. That's done, that's done. Just need to apply it now. What a bugger, eh? Just look at that. That much short. Just that little dip there. But don't cut corners, right? Mix some more and you'll be alright. Never worth cutting corners. All done now, peel ply on. Let that set. Drill a new hole. Sand it all down, smooth it all off. Paint it, and then that's it, he says. Donkey. Big tide today, over 10 metres, which is big for around here. We've got, what's today? 13th of March today. Got the hole filled in. Thing is to get this transducer fitted, make sure that that's working, and then get all the bottom anti-foul. I was going to do that today, but it's blowing a gale out there. It's not particularly cold, it's just uncomfortable really, and I needed a rest anyway. Yeah, so I've got most of the work I need to do today anyway, and then tomorrow hopefully I can get that hole drilled, transducer in place, and then after that it's a question of painting the hole, getting the hole done with the anti-foul and putting the paint on the side stripe. That's hopefully should only take me Thursday and Friday, maybe Saturday, but after that I'm with family for a couple of days and next week, so that's a big chunk out of time away. And then I've only got well, the tides to launch now are about the 5th of April. Anything before that is too small for me. I need to get out on the 5th of April or thereabouts, so that's the aim now. Gives me an extra 5 days, but there's so much, well, I say there's so much to do. It's mainly tidying again. The thing is, I've realised, don't tidy until you've finished all the work, because when you tidy up, it's a mess like that once you start another job. So you might as well just leave it and just get on with it. Some people tidy as they go. I usually do that, but because I've got so many things on the go, then I don't do that now. And I was talking to somebody the other day, Peter, the cruiser captain at West Kirby, and I was saying we put more work into boats that like just tour the northwest than people who go around the world. And when you think about it, it's a weird thing, isn't it? You know, the amounts of boats that are going around the world. Admittedly, you know, like Florence, they've taken theirs off now and they're putting 6 months' work in. So I suppose it's the same, but at least, you know, I wish I could do that. Just take it out once every 7 years and do 6 months' work rather than spend every winter, and it's the winter as well, always the winter, when it's laid up doing the work. But that's life as we know it. So yeah, getting a few more jobs to do. The mast, up the mast, get the trail light put back on, and the wind indicator, get those back in place, get the anti-fouling done, get the chain on the front, extend the chain on the front, which I was finding too short. I've only got 20 meters of chain, the rest is rope. The rope's held, but you know, it's like everything else in the belt and braces. And then what have we got to do? Yeah, chain, mast, anti-foul, get the cushions back on, but before that it's going to need a really good tidy. Maybe Maggie will give me a hand, you never know, because it needs a good clean and a good polish, and she likes cleaning. Don't know about a boat, but anyway, that's my problem. Right, people, that's me for today. That'll do, donkey.